Performance appraisals are like checkups for your job performance. They help everyone understand how you're doing and where you can improve. Imagine a workplace without feedback. It would be chaotic. Performance appraisals bring order and structure, ensuring everyone is on the same page. These appraisals are crucial for both employees and employers. For employees, they provide valuable feedback on their strengths and areas for development. This feedback helps them grow in their roles and advance their careers. For employers, appraisals offer insights into individual and team performance, enabling them to make informed decisions about promotions, training, and compensation. In essence, performance appraisals are a vital tool for fostering a culture of continuous improvement, open communication, and mutual growth within an organization. They provide a structured platform for dialogue, feedback, and recognition, ultimately contributing to employee satisfaction and organizational success. So what exactly is a performance appraisal? In simple terms, it's a systematic process of evaluating an employee's job performance and overall contribution to the organization. This evaluation typically involves assessing various aspects, including job knowledge. How well does the employee understand their role and responsibilities? Work quality. Is the employee producing high-quality work that meets or exceeds expectations? Productivity. How efficient and effective is the employee in completing tasks and meeting deadlines? Teamwork. Does the employee collaborate effectively with colleagues and contribute to a positive team environment? Communication. Is the employee a clear and effective communicator? The appraisal process usually involves setting performance goals, providing regular feedback, conducting formal reviews, and documenting the outcomes. The frequency of appraisals can vary, but they typically occur annually or semi-annually. There are various methods for conducting performance appraisals, each with its strengths and weaknesses. Traditional appraisals typically involve a manager evaluating their direct reports based on predetermined criteria. While straightforward, this method can be subjective and prone to bias. The 360-degree feedback approach gathers feedback from multiple sources, including peers, subordinates, and even clients, providing a more holistic view of an employee's performance. This method offers a well-rounded perspective but can be time-consuming to implement. In self-assessment, employees evaluate their performance against set goals and expectations. This encourages self-reflection but can be influenced by personal biases. The choice of method often depends on the organization's culture, size, and the nature of the roles being evaluated. Section 4. Good versus bad appraisal practices. Effective performance appraisals are constructive, objective, and focused on development. Let's illustrate with some examples. Good appraisal practices, * specific feedback. Instead of saying good job, a manager might say, your presentation on the new marketing strategy was well-researched and engaging. You clearly articulated the key benefits, which resonated well with the team. * future-oriented goals. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, the focus should be on setting achievable goals for the future, such as, let's work on improving your project management skills by attending this training program. * two-way dialogue. The appraisal should be a conversation, not a monologue. Employees should feel comfortable sharing their perspective, asking questions, and discussing their career aspirations. Bad appraisal practices. * personal attacks. Criticizing an employee's personality or making subjective statements like you're not a team player is unprofessional and unhelpful. * recency bias. Focusing only on recent events and ignoring an employee's overall performance throughout the year can lead to inaccurate assessments. * lack of follow-up. The appraisal should not be the end of the conversation. Managers should schedule follow-up meetings to discuss progress, provide support, and make adjustments to goals as needed. By avoiding these pitfalls and embracing best practices, organizations can ensure that performance appraisals are valuable tools for growth and development. Section 5. Linking performance appraisal to compensation. Performance appraisals play a crucial role in determining an employee's compensation. Think of it this way: the better your performance, the more likely you are to receive a raise, bonus, or other rewards. This link between performance and compensation incentivizes employees to strive for excellence, knowing that their hard work and dedication will be recognized and rewarded. However, it's important to note that compensation is not solely based on performance appraisals. Other factors, such as market conditions, an employee's experience level, and the organization's overall financial health, also come into play. Section 6. Types of compensation: salaries, bonuses, and benefits. Compensation encompasses various forms of financial and non-financial rewards that employees receive in exchange for their work. Let's break down some key types of salaries. This is the fixed amount of money an employee earns regularly, typically paid monthly or bi-weekly. Salaries provide stability and predictability in income. Bonuses. These are one-time payments awarded to employees based on individual, team, or company performance. Bonuses serve as a powerful motivator and reward exceptional contributions. Benefits. These are non-monetary perks provided to employees, such as health insurance, retirement plans, paid time off, and professional development opportunities. Benefits contribute to employee well-being and work-life balance. Each type of compensation serves a specific purpose in attracting, retaining, and motivating employees. Section 7. Conclusion. Performance appraisal for employee and organizational growth. In conclusion, performance appraisals are not just about evaluations, they are about fostering growth, recognizing achievements, and aligning individual aspirations with organizational goals. When done effectively, appraisals serve as a powerful tool for employee development, providing constructive feedback, identifying training needs, and facilitating career advancement. Performance improvement, setting clear expectations, tracking progress, and addressing performance gaps. Organizational success, creating a culture of accountability.
Work can suck. Whether it's the endless meetings, the unrealistic deadlines, or just the sheer monotony of it all, we've all had those days where we question why we even bother. And for a long time, it sucked even more. Imagine a time when labor laws were non-existent and workers had little to no rights. Like, imagine working 16-hour days in a coal mine with a 50-50 chance of getting crushed by a giant lump of coal. The conditions were not just harsh, they were downright dangerous. That was Tuesday for some people back in the day. And it wasn't just miners. Factory workers, textile workers, and many others faced similar grueling conditions. So yeah, labor relations weren't exactly peachy. Workers were often treated as expendable resources rather than human beings. See, before unions, workers were basically at the mercy of their bosses. There were no safety nets, no protections, and certainly no bargaining power. Need a raise? Tough luck. Want better working conditions? Keep dreaming. Want weekends off? Get back to work. The idea of work-life balance was a foreign concept. This led to some pretty nasty situations like strikes, riots, and bosses probably throwing their monocles at people. The struggle for better working conditions was real, and often violent. Things started changing slowly though. Workers began to realize that they had strength in numbers. People realized that sticking together was better than getting screwed over individually. The formation of unions marked the beginning of a new era in labor relations. Thus, the idea of labor relations was born, a way for workers and bosses to, hopefully, not want to kill each other. Negotiations, contracts, and collective bargaining became the new norm. It's a work in progress. While we've come a long way, the journey towards fair and equitable labor relations continues. The struggle for workers' rights is ongoing, and it's up to us to keep pushing for a better future. The Industrial Revolution. Sounds fancy, right? Well, it kind of sucked for a lot of workers. Suddenly, everyone went from chilling on farms to being crammed into factories, doing the same mind-numbing task for hours on end. Imagine going from chasing chickens to making 10,000 spoons a day. Not exactly a dream job, right? And because there were so many desperate people needing work, bosses could get away with paying them peanuts and treating them like dirt. This is where the whole labor part of labor relations really kicks in. Workers were basically treated like machines themselves, expected to work until they dropped. It wasn't a good look. Something had to change. Enter labor unions. Think of them like your work friends, but with the legal power to actually do something about your terrible boss. Unions are groups of workers who band together to fight for better pay, better hours, and better working conditions. Because let's face it, asking politely rarely gets you that extra week of vacation. Unions use their collective bargaining power to negotiate with employers. It's like that scene in a movie where the hero gathers all the townspeople to face